new hair, new lifestyle choices. That's right, folks. Finally, after, well, a week. What, a week? Yes, a week. I am back once again to shoot from the hip as we talk about some stuff that's been going on in the wrestling business, if you will. But before we get into all that, I am, of course, your Omega Saint MVP of the Saints of all podcasts, Deadly Saints Podcast, right here on youtube.com/Firestar Hart. And, well, I'm also quite the guy that does pretty damn well on gameplays. How about that? But that will be returning after all setup is done. Yes, I'm doing some setup. So that's where I've been. And that is honestly why I wasn't on last night. I've been trying to do a bunch of setup stuff, and I'm only about maybe halfway done at best with that. Might be able to get a little bit more done tonight. I don't know. But I'll be doing live streams once again once that is in tune. But before I get to some of the news about what's going on and what's going on in the WWE world, and even go over the Bound for Glory stuff. Yes, I'm going to slightly go over Bound for Glory. I need you guys listen to me real quick. If you are new to the channel, you can, of course, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with all your friends. Help grow this channel out. You can also follow me on twitch.tv/Firestar Hart for any and all live gameplay. That also, if you don't have Twitch, it eventually makes its way over to YouTube as well. You can even follow me on Mixer. God forbid I start streaming on there. You can follow me on social media. Twitter @Firestar Hart. And on Facebook @Firestar Hart CRW Universe. Links for those are all in the description below. You can even follow me on Instagram if you want to take a look at random pictures I post @Firestar Hart Official on Instagram. And if you want to support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/Firestar Hart CRW or any of the other links that are in the description below for that matter. You can donate however much you would like. Anything would help the channel. Or if you want to go big, get yourself some Firestar Hart merchandise. Winter's coming around. We're going to be dropping hoodies soon. You can go to teespring.com/stores/Firestar-Hart to get all of your wonderful Omega Saint merchandise needs. Now, with that being said, where am I? What am I doing with the Deadly Saints podcast? All that wrestling stuff. Well, yes, we decided to do this format a couple of weeks ago to try and fit in some more content in between. The more content in between has not happened because I've been doing some setups for a couple of future projects that I hope to bring to you guys. That setup in particular is only about halfway done, as it is a lot of work to do. So that's where I've been, and we're here running a little bit off schedule, actually, from the normal live stream plans on said podcast because of some outside needs that had to be acquainted for. Well, those are now good, and we are just a few hours away from WWE Raw tonight, which, of course, I'll be taking notes in to bring you guys all that news, excuse me, later on this coming week as well for that. And in the spirit of getting ready for tonight, well, let's talk about last week. Because, as we all know, we need to get all that information out as well. But there's some exciting news and some kind of also melodramatic news. I don't know. It depends on how you view it. Sometimes drama gets people excited. Sometimes drama just makes people question things. And sometimes questioning things in general just leads to excitement and all that. #CRW still books better. But, anyways, before we get to all that new stuff, Dark Angel's hand just popped up behind me. Let's go ahead and do the review. I got my monster with me. right here. Unfortunately, we're not sponsored by Call of Duty Black Ops 4, but doesn't stop me from drinking this energy drink. It is good, and it keeps me full of energy so I can do this stuff. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to run out before we reach 100 followers on Twitch, which means 24 hours of live will be hell. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to run into some more energy drinks. I don't know. But let's get to Raw from last Monday night. Triple H, Shawn Michaels reformed DX. Kevin Owens gets written off. He has to go out and have knee surgery, I believe. I feel for Kevin Owens. But hopefully this means we get to see him come back finally as a babyface. And Bobby Lashley just is a complete dick now. Which I don't know about. I've never really been 100% of a Lashley fan. I think he's good. I hold nothing against the guy. He's definitely going to be an effective heel, but I have nothing really to say on that. And if we revert back to the reformation of DX real quick, it's you got two bald dudes who are in their respective years. Shawn is in his early 50s. Triple H is almost 50. I believe he's 49 now. And they're back to something that they were doing basically when they were in their 20s and their early 30s. This draws mixed feelings for me because while I've always loved the legends of the business, I will always have a thing, a special place for them. It really is something, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's definitely something that just kind of makes me feel that maybe they should just be left alone. Triple H is obviously behind the suit now, and Shawn Michaels wants to enjoy retirement. But, of course, WWE, because there's a few hashtags running around about the Raw cleanse, and WWE ruins everything, of course. Shout-outs to OTRS Central and Del X-Man for that. You can see the problem here with that. But let me touch in on all this later on, because all of this breaks down later on towards the end of that week was when all the news came out. So we'll let that go for right now so we can get through the rest of the proceedings for the week. John Cena, of course, gets entered into the little tournament thing they got going for Crown Jewel, which is up in the air. Finn Balor and Bayley got interrupted by Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. They're definitely heel. Elias is interrupted by Ronda Rousey. And then Ronda and the Bellas proceed to beat the Riot Squad once again before the Bellas turn heel. We had heel Tournamania on Monday Night Raw last week. So it's going to be interesting to see the fallout that comes from that this week. Finn Balor with Bayley defeats Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. So those two win. Finn won with a coup de grace, of course, because Jinder Mahal is basically enhancement talent now. So, yes. I thought I saw something on the ceiling, which actually I think I might have. Oh, well. Quit trying to ruin my stream, whatever you are. Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, they get into their little spat. Then Baron Corbin is approached by Heath Slater. Corbin tells him he's not good enough. Ow. Damn. That's really low. And then Kurt Angle returns as the Conquistador and eliminates Baron Corbin and gets himself into that the World Cup tournament thing they got going on. Nice little payback there from Kurt Angle, but obviously that means there's going to be some more things going on in that matter. Also, let me address the lighting real quick. Hopefully we'll have some better lighting soon, sooner rather than later. It just depends. So if you guys just go with me, bear with me for the next few episodes or whatnot. It works fine when we're twitching, but it obviously doesn't work fine for these podcasts that are on YouTube right now. Also, the Spreaker thing, we will be taking a vacation from that right now, as the current allotment on there is full, but the first 10 episodes of this podcast are still on there. But we are going to be straight up YouTubing this for you guys for the foreseeable future, just to see how things are going like that. And the Spreaker thing, it was okay, but I think we might be able to get more of a drawback from the YouTube interactions. So we'll just see how everything goes, and just keep focusing on bringing content however we can to you guys, so you guys can enjoy it, and you know, we can enjoy continuing bringing it to you guys for all that benefit matter. Afterwards, Ember Moon defeats Nia Jax by count out, and then they are, because they're friends. They're friends. Remember, they're friends. Let me go ghost for a second. They're friends. So yeah, don't forget that. WWE wants you to know they're friends. So those are my thoughts on that match. Trish Stratus returns, and guess what? We're going to have a tag team match at Evolution. Trish Stratus and Lita versus Mickie James and Alexa Bliss. The Shield then crack a promo. Then we get Bobby Roode and Chad Gable defeating the Ascension in tag team action, with Gable once again taking the spotlight from Bobby Roode, and Bobby Roode's a little bit jealous, but there's no time for jealousy here because AOP comes out and wipes the floor with everybody. And then Paul Heyman, you know, because you can't forget Brock Lesnar still exists. You got to come out and crack that little promo saying, hey, look, Brock Lesnar's going to be here for this match coming up in the next couple of weeks. So don't forget, tune in, buddy. Tune in. Wow. Okay. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do it, Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar. Okay. That hurt me more than it should have. And I think it was more of a bruise to my pride and my ego. But I digress. And the main event, Roman Reigns. It was basically a Australia rematch from Super Showdown. This time, Braun Strowman and them win. After a great back and forth, which Drew fought Dean Ambrose with the Claymore. Ambrose ate the pin and walks out on the Shield. That ends Raw. And then Becky Lynch retains her title on SmackDown against Charlotte, which we actually kicked off SmackDown with in-ring action. And when's the last time something like that happened in WWE? Don't worry, I'll wait. And yes, for the record, we're talking main roster shows. I can't really recall. But anyways, Charlotte spears Becky through the freaking LED board. Ouch. And then proceeds later on in the Mixed Match Challenge to go ahead and team with AJ and get their win in the Mixed Match Challenge. So bam, there's one match of the Mixed Match Challenge knocked out as well. Jeff Hardy takes out Samoa Joe's leg and renders him unable to continue. Jeff Hardy's going to the World Cup. Jeff Hardy is more aggressive now. And I like it. Jeff Hardy is showing that the Hell in a Cell's changed him. And all this and that. Okay. SmackDown, of course, hyped their 1,000th episode. It is 1,000 episodes of SmackDown this week. My God. Where has the time flown? I feel ancient, even though I'm only 27. Miz tried to turn Daniel Bryan and AJ against each other. Did not work. On Miz TV, of course. And then Miz wants to fight the winner of that championship match at Crown Jewel. And then AJ Styles proceeds to defeat Shelton Benjamin with the phenomenal forearm in a match that took place afterwards. Great stuff right there. SmackDown was pretty good this week, this last week. Aiden English and Lana and Rusev have their little Milwaukee fallout. And English, of course, gets shut down real quick. You gotta wonder, are Lana and Rusev just quick to shoot him down, or was WWE just like, they're gonna figure it out anyway, so let's shoot him down in flames real quick. Either way. And then Randy Orton in the main event, because it's a genius idea to main event Randy Orton in the Big Show in 2018. Maybe pit Randy Orton against someone like, I don't know, an actual up-and-coming superstar or AJ Styles. To be honest, AJ Styles and Shelton Benjamin could have very well main evented, considering they had a break coming up anyway, as Braun Strowman and Ember Moon in the Mixed Match Challenge were the first team up, along with Finn Balor and Bayley. So there would have been like a 15-minute rest there for AJ Styles. Either way, Randy Orton defeats Big Show. Okay. Kind of a mediocre note to end SmackDown on, but hey, SmackDown's still doing it as far as the wrestling goes, and Raw is trying to get there, I think. It might be trying. I don't know. Hashtag virtual wrestling's better. All right. Then, Braun Strowman and Ember Moon defeat Finn Balor and Bayley on the Mixed Match Challenge. And as I said before, AJ Styles and Charlotte defeated R-Truth and Carmella on the Mixed Match Challenge. Cool. Then we go to 205 Live. Lindsay Dorado ended up winning by DQ because when Mike Kanellis came out and attacked both him and, yes, Leo Rush, Mike Kanellis hit Lindsay first, so Lindsay wins. But Mike Kanellis, looking jacked now more than ever, is back, and he's on 205 Live now. So that's pretty cool. Hello to whoever's in the stream at the moment. I'm glad you guys are here. We're just kind of quick shooting through stuff and just going for it. So if anybody's in the chat, feel free to say hi amongst each other and whatnot, and we'll be able to respond to you after the video goes up on the air. Nice beatdown, by the way, from Mike Kanellis. Nice to see him and Maria back, and everybody was shocked to see them accordingly. But it's for us, it's good to see them. Then we got a promo from new Cruiserweight champion Buddy Murphy. Nice stuff there. I'm happy to see Buddy Murphy as Cruiserweight champion. Cedric had a great run, but it's time for Buddy Murphy now, and I look forward to seeing where this goes. Then we got Cedric preparing for his match against Tony Nese coming up, and Mustafa Ali comes in, and they have their little promo and stuff. And then we get a promo from Jack Gallagher and Drew Gulak, all that stuff. Tony Nese actually picked up the win against Cedric Alexander this week. So are they now going to send Cedric on a losing streak, or is this just like a minor bump in the road? What's going on here? But nice win from Tony Nese. And then we get the in-ring segment to kick off NXT with Tommaso Ciampa and Velveteen Dream and Nikki Cross. Oh. Nikki Cross scares Dream away. She first of all, Dream gets practically scared away. He's completely silent after Nikki Cross comes in, and Nikki Cross creeps the ever bejesus out of Tommaso Ciampa, kicking the mic out away from him, just going, I know. And the crowd leads in with that She knows, chant. She knows. Nice stuff right there. Then we get Keith Lee defeating Chrono Reeves. I'm not really much on Chrono Reeves, but Keith Lee, when Limitless really fits his bill. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Keith Lee can do in the future. And then we got the North American Championship match with Ricochet versus Pete Dunne and Adam Cole. And here's the conundrum with that. They gave this away on free TV. Practically free TV. If you had the network and you're watching NXT on Wednesday night, that was practically free. You had now credit in NXT TakeOver events also free if you're just now subscribing to the network. But look at this. This was a pay-per-view / big quality main event match. And they give it away on NXT. How are they going to top that come the next TakeOver? I don't know, but one thing I will say is, damn, this match was awesome. It's very, very fantastic. And with Ricochet getting the pin after crushing Pete Dunne and Adam Cole at the same time with the 450, what a way to end the match. What a way for Ricochet to retain his North American Championship. I love this match. I absolutely freaking love this match. And we go from there to the Mae Young Classic. Of course, Io Shirai goes over Zeuxis. I have no idea how the hell to pronounce that name, but all I know is Io Shirai picks up the win here, and it was another good match. The Mae Young Classic has been awesome. Then we get Deonna Purrazzo going over Xia Li in another good match. Afterwards, we got Tegan Nox versus Nicole Matthews. Tegan Nox went over after hitting a Shining Wizard. Caitlyn versus Mia Yim. Unfortunately, Caitlyn had to tap out to Mia Yim at the end of it, and Mia Yim ends this episode on top. And that knocks out the WWE wrestling part for the week. For the most part, anyway. Now, before I go over the news that has obviously taken place in WWE over the last week, and of course following news from like Impact and all those other places, I'm going to quickly go over the other wrestling show, which was Impact Bound for Glory, which happened just a few hours ago, just less than 24 hours ago. Happened last night, and I gotta say, overall, the show was pretty fun. I am very happy with a couple of things here, and I will point these out to you as I very quickly go over the results. Now, the opener was pretty fun. It was Rich Swann and Willie Mack taking on Matt Sydal and Ethan Page. Rich Swann played that role of babyface, gets beat up, tags in the other guy. He tags in the Powerhouse, and, all that stuff. Willie Mack looked really amazing out there as well. They picked up the win over Ethan Page and Matt Sydal. And then, for some reason, James Ellsworth made a debut in Impact. Whether it's permanent or not, I don't know, but Eli Drake quickly squanders that. And the crowd turned on Ellsworth as they should have. Impact, you had that coming. You had that coming. And then we get Tessa Blanchard and Taya Valkyrie showing why women's wrestling can be and is really, really good here in 2018. Despite what WWE, there's a shot, despite what WWE is trying to do. They are out there proving that women's wrestling can and is good here in 2018. Then Eddie Edwards and Tommy Dreamer defeat Moose and Killer Cross after the original match sees a DQ finish from Moose and Eddie Edwards. It transitions into a tag match, and then they have a little fun full circle coming there for Tommy Dreamer and Eddie Edwards, and it was nice to see them pick up the win. And then Brian Cage loses his first match in Impact, being pinned by Sami Callihan, of all people. OVE defeats Phoenix, Pentagon Jr., and Brian Cage. Match was great. Now, I will say the crew, apparently the crew was having some issues with catching some of the spots that were going on throughout the event, but, you know, a smart fan finds a way to catch all that stuff. But either way, that, you know, you gotta make sure that's polished. And sometimes WWE's production crew even slips in that. But for the most part, because, well, they are the high-paying company, their production crew does try to, you know, get that right. Now that we're refueled again, LAX went on to defeat the OGs in a concrete jungle death match. Basically, this is, I'm going to slam you on the hard part of the ring because it's now exposed and the whole ring is exposed, and I'm just going to slam you on a bunch of hard wood match while the referee cleans up the mess behind us. But still, it was a good match. Conan came out and saved the day for LAX. Good match right here. And then we go into Underworld the Musical. Or, how can you call it? Horror Fest, the sequel, or whatever. One of those. Come up with some type of nickname for me in the comment section, whether it's now or in post production. Give me something. Give me some kind of kooky, spooky, ooey gooey nickname to give this match. Anyway, we get spooky time with Allie and Su Yung, and Allie ends up possessed after coming out and saving her friend, and Rosemary kind of sort of sacrificed herself to take out Su Yung. This was fun, but also it also makes me laugh as to how ridiculous this actually sounds, because when you go back and watch it, you're like, wait, I heard this was ridiculous, and it actually is as ridiculous as it sounded. So for it to go on like this, it was just fun. I like that stuff. They need more of it. And you can bet your ass when I get my hands on 2K19, you will see a glowing fist from Firestar at least once. It might be so good I have to stick with it. But either way, we need... Where is that nowadays in our wrestling program? Well, Impact's got you covered, at least for a little bit. And, of course, you can tune in to Matt Hardy's little show that's going to be doing some stuff like that, too. I'm positive. Then Johnny Impact defeated Austin Aries in a terrific main event match. Johnny absolutely deserves this. And it's good to see him win the Impact World Championship. They had a barn burner of a match. Good stuff. Nice to see Johnny Impact go over here. Now, there's some news that follows this. And I'll go ahead and conquer that little bit first. Austin Aries. He's done work, you guys. For those of you going, is this real? Let me tell you right now, it is most definitely a work. But Austin Aries apparently no sells, which no sells the ending, and exits the ring, just all flipping of the birds and cussing with the management and stuff, like cussing with people and stuff like that. And it, to me, worked or not, it kind of sort of takes the thunder away from Johnny Impact winning the title, and he didn't deserve that. He really didn't. Johnny deserved to be able to have the chance to soak in that ovation, and Aries just kind of brushing all that off and going, fuck this. Well, fuck that. That's all I gotta say. Don't take away from anybody's fucking thunder. Don't take away from anybody's fucking spotlight. Because let me tell you right now, if you would have done that to me, I would have followed you out there and I would have beaten your no-selling ass. And that is a shoot. You don't steal somebody's thunder like that, especially if it's somebody that deserved it. I might even be a tad bit more understanding if it was somebody that didn't deserve it that won. But it's still wrong. I think. Maybe, may not be. But either way, you don't do that to me. Because I'll shoot on you faster than a freaking heart attack. Speaking of events that are just need to be smacked upside the damn head one good time with a pan, WWE. Crown Jewel. Why did you do this shit with Saudi Arabia in the first place? Especially with having the potential knowledge of some shit going down within the year. And lo and behold, shit has gone down. We don't know what the extent of it is, but whatever it is, it's putting pressure on you to cancel your event or relocate. Now, while I think it's as simple as 1, 2, 3, just relocate your events to put it on, obviously WWE is apparently in some sort of hole. Where I guess it's damned if they do, damned if they don't. This is why WWE, you got to focus on the important shit, which is taking care of your fans. You can't. What can I say that everybody else that has been reporting on this hasn't already said before? What if I punch something right now? I would lose out on the opportunity to go live and report things to you guys. You see how dumb WWE can be? And now, here they are in this bind with Saudi Arabia where they're having to look up location for potential different locations, or they're damned if they stay there. And Crown Jewel apparently is it off the list? Is it not? Who knows what's going down? And Dave Meltzer's saying the event's going down. Okay, maybe the event's going down still. But then what the hell is going on? If WWE continues on with this, it shows that they don't only care about the money, which is pretty damn obvious by now to everybody. Most any company wants money. Why? So they can pay their employees, pay for production, all that, stuff that requires money. Because everything pretty much requires money in today's age. But here's a question that I think might help weigh in on the conversation. If WWE were to have listened to their fans consistently, would they be in this situation? To where they're having to deal with Saudi Arabia or whatever the hell is going on there for high dollar deals. Would they be in this situation still? Or would they have put themselves into this situation just to make even more money? Who knows? Who really knows? I have no answer. All we can do is speculate. All we as fans can do is speculate. And I don't know. Sometimes, and let me just go out here and say it. Everybody has a moment of dumbassery in their lives. Some people prove more stupid than others. Now, whose deal was it to go out there and get Saudi Arabia on? Whose deal was it in WWE? Now, I'm not saying all foreign countries are bad. Obviously, I'm not saying that. Apparently, Saudi Arabia is not proven to be a saint of a country. I don't know what the hell's going on to its full extent, and I don't think nobody really knows. But whatever is going on, it's enough to not be good. So WWE, you have a couple of weeks at best to figure out what the hell is going to happen. Or you're either going to lose Crown Jewel, or you could very potentially lose some fans. And by some, I mean probably a lot. I don't know. But Crown Jewel is looking to be one of the most controversial events in recent history. And it may not be because of the card. It may simply be because of the location. This is why I feel that it shouldn't have even been booked for Saudi in the first place. Because now you have made the announcement that, hey, we're having this event in Saudi Arabia. Now what are you going to do? Are you going to test that pull-out game? Or are you going to have to go all the way in that motherfucker and make a baby? And what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it, WWE? This is why you have to be smart. And maybe at the time it seemed smart. Maybe it did. Maybe somewhere in your mind you were thinking, hey, this is very smart. Even if the fans were telling you, this is dumb. Guess what, WWE? In light of recent reports and all this, whatever rumors, reports, whatever is being confirmed or non-confirmed, whatever is coming out, it's proven to be a fairly dumb decision. So it's time to man up, WWE. It's time to put your big boy pants back on. And it's time to configure your ass out of this mess. Because if you don't, then what the hell have you been doing for building in the first place? And that's my thoughts on all that, folks. So, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and get the hell out of here because I got more setups to do and I'm going to get ready. I'm just going to figure out what all this week's going on. Probably a bunch more crap's going to come out. And, of course, whatever I catch, I'll be back here to report it next time on the Deadly Saints podcast. And, of course, yes, I am still working on my topical episode that will be out in the future. I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later. Just bear with me, Saints Nation. Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. And help your boy get some extra support there. If you're able to do it however you want, get you some merchandise, donate if you can. Whatever you can do helps immensely. And of course, with us being on the road to 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, it's a long road ahead, so be sure to subscribe. And we're almost at 100 followers on Twitch, so be sure to follow us on Twitch for those live gameplays that you all love so dearly from me. I will be doing some of that once I get set up done. So Twitch returns should be hopefully happening sometime within this week or so. But I will be, of course, active on social media throughout the week. So if you guys are already following me, good for you. You'll get some news. If you aren't following me already, be sure to do so. And you can stay in tune with your boy, the Firestar. And of course, this is Deadly Saints world. This is my world, obviously. I am Firestar Hart, your Omega Saint. I will see you next time right here in the Deadly Saint Zone, right here on YouTube. Bye. Good night. And until next time, bang, bang.